Hey, look, I know this is counterproductive from what a realtor is supposed to do, but I can't lie. It costs way too much money for a first-time home buyer to buy in California. I mean, you're talking about 3 to 5% down plus closing costs. That's a bare minimum of $35,000. Who has $35,000? I mean, the average American family has less than $5,000 saved. So who's out here buying these homes? I mean, granted, it's easier to buy your second and third home than it is to buy your first one, but still, that's a substantial amount of savings that's needed to buy your first home. Look, I'm Daniel Smith with Keller Williams of Calabasas Estates, and I specialize in helping first-time home buyers purchase their home with less than $10,000 out of pocket within 90 days of getting approved. And let me give you an example. I helped my very first client negotiated $100,000 off the sales price, but more importantly, got $10,000 in seller credit for my buyer's closing costs. That enabled my client to buy this property with less than $10,000 out of pocket. Struck something in my brain. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I need to do this for everybody. But how did I do that? Well, I really started with trying to figure out how the average American can build wealth in America. And the answer is through real estate. And then I was like, all right, well, why aren't people doing this? Why aren't people buying real estate? And it comes down to two things: credit and money. And if you have credit issues, reach out to me. I'll help you with that. I'll get you enrolled in a program. But the second thing is money, and nobody's just gonna give you money, right? Like, that has to be earned, it has to be saved, and like I said, you're looking at about $35,000 minimum, okay? And so, look, I'll give you another example. I helped my most recent client who was about to get married, and they wanted to come to their property right after their honeymoon. They had 4 months to buy. I was like, bet. And they was like, oh, but we don't have any money because we have to pay for our wedding. I was like, all right, bet. So I was able to help them find a brand new build, 3-story, 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom property. And they were able to close with less than $5,000 out of pocket. Okay, so maybe you're in the situation like them, to where, you know what, I want to buy, but I don't have the money. Okay, I'm sitting at home, I'm laying in bed, I'm searching through Zillow and Realtor.com, I'm finding houses that I love with the $37 in my account, and I just don't see it happening. maybe that's me. Maybe you're in that situation. Maybe you're not as broke as I was, but you are trying to figure it out. So maybe you have a plan for savings. Maybe you're not trying to go out as much, not trying to buy alcoholic drinks, maybe cook in the house instead of ordering Postmates. Maybe you're on a ramen diet. Who knows? But you have a goal of getting into your first property so you can start building equity for yourself month in and month out. And that is the name of the game when it comes to real estate. Each one of your payments builds your equity. That's like a savings account. Every year, your property will appreciate. That's like your savings account. And that is the difference in building wealth and just renting. Because I know you've been renting forever, just like I was. Renting forever, and the rent increases year after year, decade after decade. I remember 15 years ago when I rented my first apartment, and it was $500. $500. Well, it was kind of like a back house, but same thing, $500. My most recent rental property was $4,000 plus. That is ridiculous. So the only way to streamline your monthly budget for your living expenses is to purchase a property and have a fixed payment. And so that's what we're looking to do. We're helping you build equity and streamline your budget. Okay, and look, I know you're thinking like, what's the catch here, Daniel? What's the catch? How am I able to do this? Look, the first thing that you need to qualify for is down payment assistance. And down payment assistance has a credit score minimum requirement of 620. So if you have a 620 and above, you qualify. Okay, if you're close to 600, we can get you there. Just reach out to me. I'll set you up with a program to get you to 620 so you can qualify for down payment assistance. Down payment assistance will cover 3 to 5%, up to 20%, depending on the programs that are available at the time. But that full amount is taken care of, not coming out of your pocket at all. And that is the number one key to being able to do this. There is a number two key. Okay, number two key is closing costs. Closing costs can range somewhere between 10 to I've seen 25,000, and I've gotten 25,000 covered for my clients, because if that's what it takes to get you into your first property, to start building equity, to start building wealth for your family, then that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the second part of this is finding a home that fits your needs and also fits your buying terms. Your buying terms needing your sellers to credit you for your closing costs. That's a very, very important step. And so a lot of people go about their home search the wrong way when they're trying to achieve this. They're looking at the homes that are just on the market 37 minutes ago and asking them, hey, look, I know your house is listed for $700,000, but can you take $680,000 and then give me $10,000? It's not gonna work like that, okay? We have to be realistic in our searches. One thing we can do is I can enroll you in one of my programs called the Perfect Home Finder, where I find properties that are off market. We can negotiate directly with the seller to get your closing costs covered. The second thing is sellers are more likely to give credits to buyers if their property's been on the market for 21 days or more. So when you're looking for your property, look for a property that's been on the market for 3 weeks. Then we can start the negotiation. And that way we can get the house of your dreams that fits your needs and fits your budget, or not lack of the budget, whichever it is. Okay, so that's the goal. And then we can start helping you build wealth and equity. So I know you're kind of skeptical when it comes to this, but I'll give you another example. This is one of my favorite clients, actually. She was referred to me from a client that I just was able to help get a property in under $10,000. She's like, hey, look, this guy can help you. Unfortunately, she had no money. I was like, wow, I don't know about this, but we were able to make it happen, and that's why I'm making this video, and that's why I wrote this book, and this is why I'm putting this out here to try to help you. I was able to help this client close on their property with $162 out of pocket. 160. So if that's possible, I'm not saying I can duplicate that, but what I am saying is that if you're a motivated buyer, if you're looking to purchase your first home for your family and start to build wealth for your family, gain equity for your family, and leave a legacy for your family, then I can help you get there, okay? I know by now you're wondering, Daniel, how can I take advantage of this strategy? I want to buy a house with less than $10,000 out of pocket. Where do I sign up? Well, luckily for you, I am doing a free 30-minute strategy session where we're gonna go over where you are now, where you wanna go, and what you wanna accomplish. We'll create a plan tailored specifically to your needs to get you into the home within the next 90 days from getting you approved, guaranteed. Okay, so click the link below and we can set up this 30-minute strategy session. This is not gonna be a sales pitch. Okay, if after this strategy session, you know what, Daniel, I don't want to buy a home for less than $10,000. I want to pay more. Then fine, it's not for you. Or we can, make a plan that works out best for you. But this is a chance of a lifetime. While you can afford to buy a home, let's get it done for you before prices skyrocket. If you think it's about to crash, it's not. All right, click the link below and let's get you started.